Hello there. I hope all of you are fit and fine and taking good care of yourself. Generally, there are two kinds of thermometers that we use. One which is used in laboratories and another which is used in clinics. We will be continuing with the lesson heat and its effect, and we will be particularly studying laboratory thermometers and clinical thermometers. In the last session, we had studied about measuring temperature and some part of laboratory thermometer. Today we are going to revise laboratory thermometer and then we will continue with the next part. So let us start. So first is laboratory thermometer, which we had already studied. Some parts I would like to highlight again. The thermometer available in laboratory consists of a long, thin, uniform glass tube sealed at one end with a bulb filled with a liquid at the other end. So here there is a liquid in the bulb. The most commonly liquid used is mercury. The red colored liquid is not mercury, it is colored alcohol. A shining thread of mercury can be seen from outside the thermometer. Let us study more about laboratory thermometer. The commonly used laboratory thermometer ranges from minus 10 degree Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So that is the range of a laboratory thermometer, minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. The bigger marks normally read 1 degree Celsius. If there are 5 divisions between two consecutive bigger marks, then what is the smallest division? Each smallest division then becomes 1 upon 5, which is 1 upon 5 becomes 0.2. So one smallest division is 0.2 degree Celsius. Now, while using the thermometer in laboratories, there are few precautions that we need to take. Let us see the precautions. The first is the thermometer should be washed before and after use. We should wash it properly before and after the use. Thermometers should be handled with care. Why? Because they are very delicate. It should not be held by the bulb while reading the temperature. Otherwise, we are bound to make mistakes. Let us see another precautions. It should be kept upright and not tilted always. The bulb should be completely surrounded by the substance whose temperature is being measured. If it is surrounded by some other substance or it is not properly surrounded, then you may not be able to take the readings accurately, and the bulb should not touch the sides of the container. That are the things that we should take care about. While reading the thermometer, the level of mercury should be at the same level as the eye. Why? Because if we take thermometer above or below our eye level, then while taking readings we are bound to make mistakes. So to take the readings accurately, we should hold the thermometer at the level of the eye. Now that we know laboratory thermometer and also the precautions that can be taken while using laboratory thermometer, we are going to switch to clinical thermometers. Clinical thermometers are the thermometers which are used in dispensaries, clinics, hospitals. Generally, doctors use this type of thermometer. To check the body temperature, a thermometer is placed in your mouth or in your armpit. Now imagine, what if we use a laboratory thermometer for checking our body temperature? The thing is, if you use laboratory thermometer to check your body temperature, the mercury level will immediately fall down as soon as you take it from your mouth or from your armpit. So then what is the solution? Solution is obviously a clinical thermometer. I have already shown you laboratory thermometer, and now this is a clinical thermometer. Can you identify the difference? The difference is, here there is a sort of bend in the thermometer. So you will not find this bend in laboratory thermometers. This thermometer has a slight bend or kink in the stem just above the bulb. Now, what is the purpose of this bend, which is not usually found in laboratory thermometer? There must be some purpose. This is related to what I said you earlier. If you use laboratory thermometer, what happens for checking your body temperature? Mercury level immediately falls down. To avoid this, there is a bend. When thermometer is taken out of your mouth, the level or the liquid in the bulb contracts and mercury column breaks at the kink. Therefore, the level of the mercury in the stem remains the same. Why? Because mercury column breaks at the kink, and so the level of the mercury that has raised above the kink, that remains same. If the thermometer is to be used again, then it should be given a slight jerk to bring the mercury in the stem back into the bulb. The normal body temperature of a healthy person is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. It goes up if the person has fever. However, it does not go below 35 degrees Celsius, neither does it go above 42 degrees Celsius, and that's why the range of clinical thermometer is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Regarding laboratory thermometer, what was the range? It was from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, while in case of clinical thermometer, the range is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. So the range is also different in case of laboratory thermometers and clinical thermometers. In Fahrenheit clinical thermometers, the temperature range is 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Generally, what we find in clinics or in dispensaries is a Fahrenheit clinical thermometer, and the range is 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. So students, that was all for today. We have almost finished the chapter, and now since we know what is laboratory thermometer, clinical thermometer, there are few things which you can try it at home. So the questions are, what are the types of thermometer? You have to mention them. Second question is, what are the precautions that should be taken while using laboratory thermometer? This also we have already discussed. And the last question is, write a short note on clinical thermometer. Just now we discussed what is clinical thermometer, how it is used. So you have to write a short note on that clinical thermometer. So that was assignment for today. Please solve these questions. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask. You can put your questions in the comment box. See you in next session. Until then, take care. Bye bye.